What's up, guys? Iceman here. So I've been working on my Vaymin, and things are going quite well with the Vaymin. Okay, we haven't had many issues. Just one issue, just one. There's a guy offering some godly as fuck arrows, man, and I missed out on a toad deal. I don't even want to talk about it too much. I don't want to expose the most godly stats, but I mean they were okay. And all he wanted was a piece of shit summoning Grand Charm. And I couldn't find it. And I was looking all over and that's another thing. I need to make a video on this. I'm going to purge a bunch of shit. Give it for free. Just a bunch of junk. You know, nothing too great. You guys know I don't really hand out much. That's GG. But, I mean, I'm working on it, but I'm not gonna go there yet, okay? But I need to purge a bunch of shit. I have so many mules. And the thing is, I couldn't find the charm, and I kept going back and forth to the stash and different characters. This guy just left, right? And then I realized, I was like, oh shit, that summoning Grand Charm, I know what happened to it. I actually made a game to transfer, and I left it too soon. Like, I left it within like 10 seconds. And I tried to join, and the game just poofed. I think you have to stay in the game for like 30 seconds or a minute. Or 2 minutes even, I think is what's recommended. So keep that in mind, man. But check this out. I found a unique ring. I found this in the River of Flame. Oh, Dwarf Star, you SOB. Yeah, that's a piece of trash. And I found this in the Chaos Sanctuary. Blessed. Okay, 2 pieces of garbage. This nice amulet that I'm going to slam. Didn't do anything. 3 cold skills, though. That's pretty godly right there. But I just traded my boy Kappa an Ohm for a Vex Gull. He's working on Faith bow, so I didn't really want to give up that jaw. I like holding on to that nice, shiny little piece of goodie. So, yeah, I don't know. I'm going to make an Enigma, I think is what I'm going to do. For experimental purposes, primarily. And that's another thing. I see that a lot of Bosons are using the Pride rune word, or some of them are. Maybe not even a lot. Maybe I've seen a few. I've heard one guy say that all the godly ones use it, but I'm not sure if that's true on Path of Diablo, because I looked it up. And of course, now the Act 2 mercs don't have might, but the Act 5 mercs have might. This guy right here. And the thing is, level 18 might, which is what they get at like level 80 plus or something, they get level 18 might. It's about 180% enhanced damage to your party. Whereas concentration that you would get from Pride can max out at from level 16 to level 20 is the range that you get when you roll it. And a 20 concentration is less than 180% party damage. So the fuck are they making that for? It seems like a huge waste. It adds a lot of base attack rating is something that it does now in Path of Diablo, but concentration does. You'll get like 2,000 plus base attack rating, which would be Toad. But yeah, for damage, it seems like Might actually does more damage than a level 20 conch, the level 18 Might. So, or it's extremely close. I'm pretty sure when I last looked at it, even a 20 conch would be less than a 18 Might. I know for sure that like a 16, 17 Might, if it rolls that, or conch, it's less damage than your maxed out Might on this Mercenary. So why the fuck would people do that? Because I was thinking about making one. I really don't like going that route because I like having some variety with the Merc. I like how he can use Lawbringer and cast a Crepify. Not that it's needed, but it's just kind of cool to have these options. And I like the Act 5 ones, and they just come free with the Might Aura, you know what I mean? So they're super budget in that way. But, man, yeah, this Boson though, I mean, she's pretty GG right now. As you can see, her multi-shot damage is 4.8, and she's at the max attack frame, alright? So check this out. She's at 95. Well, it's pretty damn close to max. 89 is the break point, and then you need to hit like 120, I think, is the next break point, which is pretty damn hard to achieve. In fact, I think I even tested that, and it didn't seem to do anything. So yeah, I'll make another video on that shit, but yeah, basically, but I have a lot of upgrades to still make with her. And And she clears shit so fast. I usually just use multi-shot. I still use strafe a little bit in the narrow corridors, but like out in the open like this, just multi-shot is so much more. See this? It just clears shit. Just when you're doing so much damage. On high player counts, though, it's kind of nice. I use strafe a little bit more. But right now, she's so godly, bruh. She's just, see this shit, man? I mean, she's Toad. She's not the most Toad. There's like 50 others before her. But she's getting there. I have a lot of upgrades to make. Ooh. And one of which is, and I got to re-roll my skills a little bit, I think. I still have a really crappy Harmony. I've rolled it twice already, and it has a level 3 Valkyrie. It'd be nice to get the 6 on that, and then I could re-roll her stats, her skills, and add just a little less to Valkyrie then, if I get a perfect one. So I need to go that route. And here's the, check this out. Here's what the Dex does for her. Just 2 points in Dex. I'm at 48, 1/6 damage. Oh, she's at 48, 26. So it adds 10 to max damage right there. The 2 Dex. And then it adds a couple to minimum damage. See? So I'm thinking I'm going to re-roll and put even less into Vitality. Last slider, I always kept her life around 1,000. Even with max res, which is the way Ice Daddy likes to go. But, I mean, I think I'm going to try it out with lower life. Because really, she just doesn't get hit anyway, man. Not much. As you can see here. Yeah, she's quite godly. This is the way to go. I was running some maps with her, and that was a good time. I'm gonna run more maps soon. I'll make a video on that. There really isn't much difficulty in running the maps. Now in this build, well, she runs them like a GG, like a goddess, man. But for this build, yeah, with the max IAS and stuff, she's not wearing Atmos anymore, you know? Oh, I gotta show you all this ring I got. But anyway, here's this Faith Bow. Same old hog, just 1 point off from Perfect Fanaticism, but it has the same attack speed from 13 to 15. It's 42 increased attack speed. And even if that weren't the case, even if this were a shitty Faith, it's 40% increased attack speed. So I don't think there's any build setup where that's going to screw you over on hitting a breakpoint. Well, there might be if you get some weird attack speed roll on your arrows, and that just gets you there, which is a really rare case. Then that might affect her. But beyond that, I don't think that 2 attack speed difference is gonna make or break a attack speed breakpoint and achieving it. I need to get a 1 skilled Cat's Eye. That would be GG. I might go Enigma, like I said, and just experiment. Her res are pretty told even without this, see? I could top Lightning off with a charm or 2 and go from there. But then I got the 30 IAS. Like if hands, I need like Dex on these, or res all, or Lightning res would be nice. Not that she needs it. In fact, Lightning res I don't think is what I need anymore. I'll show you why in just a minute, but... an additional Pierce mod on this belt would be Toad. If she rolls the 8% corruption, I'd probably just end up trading for one of those, because Iceman's luck is just pure shit from what you guys have seen, so I'm just going to waste a lot of these if I try to slam them, it seems. So I'll just trade for it. And then if you get an additional 8% Pierce, you know, you don't have to pump up your Pierce skill as much. Although, shit, 6. I only put 4 points into Pierce, so it'll save me those 4 points most likely. Or 4 additional points. Right, I put in 4 additional points into that shit. I like having it 100%. Yeah. Well, check this out. Here's this ring. This ring is GG. It's more GG than any ring that I had last slider with my Zon. Like, I thought I had a Toad ring last slider. This one is Toad. This one is absolute Toad. Well, I take that back. It would be absolute Toad if I dare slam this thing and it gets the run walk mod. I think would be the Toadest. Like, I don't give a fuck about the DR. I mean, look at this, man. She doesn't need it. You know, she's too swelled up. Metaphorically speaking, you know, physically she's quite slim and slender, and I try to keep her that way. But what? Too much information. But beyond that. where was I? The ring. Yeah, the ring. Okay, so yeah, I'd rather get the increased run walk speed than the damage reduction. So yeah, but this is Toad. Look at this. It gives attack rating, which isn't much at all, but it's okay. Poison damage doesn't really matter. But what does that give her for damage? Okay, it's kind of misleading because well, they resist that a lot, but nonetheless, it all helps a little bit, you know? And then 6 mana and life leech is really nice, so she really doesn't need this carry-on anymore. Especially if you're wearing Atmos. The problem is if I take this off, her poison res go down. I could replace this. Hate to do it with Ravenfrost because I like having full advantage of the cannot be frozen on Kira's, but Ravenfrost gives a lot of attack rating and damage. But maybe just a GG rare damage ring or something would be the way to go there. But yeah, that ring is godly. Oh, look at this. Oh shit. Some people make... damn, this thing has a lot of defense right here. Shit. You get style points for using that. It's a high roll. Oh, I keep too much, so I can't keep that. Some folks make their faith bow in this, and y'all might want to consider that. Look into the breakpoints, man. You're just, obviously you're going to miss out on the 3 to bone crossbow skills, but it doesn't matter that much. Most of her damage comes from everything else, not from the skills, but yeah, some folks make faith in this because this actually has a faster attack speed base than the Grand Matron bow. Grand Matron bow is like -10 or something, and this is like 0 or something like that, alright? But you're going to be able to achieve a faster attack speed with less IAS gear if you make it in this over the GMB. And even more so with the Matriarchal bow. Damn, look at that mana per kill on javelins. But yeah, some folks should consider that. I mean, I kind of considered it. I just didn't feel like doing the math and shit, you know? Like some folks, they do the math. I mean, I do a little bit, but I just wanted the GMB, you know? You get a little bit more damage out of it. But depending on your build setup, this could be the way to go, alright? I kind of already had a build setup in mind. It's really not to say it's the best one, you know? But I'm trying to experiment here, but... Bartox. Oh. Oh. 2 to assassin skills. It's GG. Okay. Godly ring. Ring's godly. Okay, let's check this out. So here's only 5 minimum damage on this ring. Let's see what it does. I'm at 1210. Now she's at 1258, see? So 48 damage added right there, man. 48 damage from 5. So it really scales up, but it scale up even more so with the max damage, I think. I take that back, but yeah. Yeah, it's Toad. And I actually have another ring in stash. I'll show you that. That bumps her up even more. It's almost tempting to wear over the carry-on. What the hell is it? I have one that gives nice damage. Oh, what's that doing in here? Oh, I might have transferred it. See what I mean? No, I have a lot of stuff. I hoard too much. Shit, where'd the ring go? Oh, here it is. 13 minimum damage and some AR. Check it out. 1210. 1334. Shit. Over 100 damage, man. 124 damage? Shit. Bumping up that minimum. Always nice. Wow. So. Yeah, me like that. Me like that, but the twister's not really necessary, I don't think, with this character. It's cool how she procs it, though. You know? It makes a nice visual, but I mean, it's probably not very practical. Strafe is also nice for defensive purposes when you want to stand back to see this, because she can actually aim for enemies off screen. So like when you're fighting the Trav, for example, let me go fight the Trav real quick. It's kind of nice having Strafe for that. Just 1 point into Strafe even, if you do that. I have a few points into it. But, I mean, she doesn't have to be defensive so much anymore. Especially though, early on when you're leveling up, man. It's really helpful. But just put 1 point into that at least. I mean, you could put more into it and do more damage. You see that? She can just stand back and kill him. And auto-aim. But I normally don't even have to. I can just run up in here and multi-shot him. Oh shit, is that a physical? It might be a physical. But you see her max res, how it is? It's Toad having that on the Amazon. Most folks don't do it, but... And then I just magic arrow these guys. See that I have them hotkeyed? And you can run the Trav, man. You can do the maps. You can do Worldstone Keep. You can do Bell. You can do cows, no problem with this Femin. And they're all dead, see? They're all dead. So. Yeah, but Strafe is really nice how it auto-aims and hits enemies off screen. Oh, there's one still alive. Yeah, Strafe is Toad. So. My Merc died. I need to make a GG Merc. I mean, I have a whole list of stuff I'm going to do. I put Pride on the list, but I don't think... am I missing something here? If you guys will, check the Path of Diablo wiki page, alright? And let me know. Am I missing something? It seems like Might, level 18, does more damage than Pride. Concentration of the equivalent level, or even greater. 20 is what you get max with that rune word, so... I mean, I don't think I'm going to make that shit if that's the case. You know, that's a huge waste of runes, and then you don't get the Decrepify, your Merc's more weak. He's more vulnerable without that. You know, he's kind of vulnerable with Pride. Yeah, these guys... Really, anything that's not fire immune, you just waste. Because I haven't even used my Immolation Arrow yet. In these two areas, though. But there are some areas where it's a lot more effective. Tier 3, for example. I think there are like next to no fire immunes there. So Tier 3, your Immo Arrow just wastes everything. Shit! Dude, these guys are toads. Kind of missed my Atma's Amulet. See, Atma's Amulet was really nice against these guys. Because it breaks their physical resistance like crazy. I do have in mind to have an Atma's Amulet build still, but I need arrows with 14 IAS or more. I could go a different route and use like Noscoil Belt, but I don't want to do that shit. Right now, what I'm kind of set on are arrows with 14 IAS or greater, then I can hit that 89 breakpoint with my gear setup. While wearing Atma's Amulet, while not wearing Cat's Eye or High Lords for the 20 IAS. So, yeah, that's, so if y'all have them for trade, a pair of arrows with 14 IAS or more, that has a nice damage mod, or two, or maybe some other mods, like, Ice Daddy is gonna trade up for that shit, alright? So, might change my mind later, so, you know, it's just kind of what I'm going for right now. I'll probably trade up for that and realize I didn't really need it, because you don't really need the Atma's Amulet build. But, for making videos and stuff, you know, it's nice having some variety. Oh, and I even put 1 point into Freezing Arrow. See that? Freezing Arrow actually works out great for the minions, and I'll show you that in just a minute here. Oh shit, a lot of ID scrolls. Yeah, but if you will like this video... Ooh, there's the ghost thingies. Let's go kill the ghost thingies. There's a variety of ways to kill those. Fire arrow wastes them like crazy, but you don't leech. See that? The fire arrow kills them quick. Like, one hit, man, it barely even has to melt them, and they'll just be dead. They're very vulnerable to it, you know? I found that they're very vulnerable to fire. These things, so... But Strafe works nice against them, too. See? Not as well. They have some physical resist, I think, is the problem. I'm guessing freezing arrow would work. Let's try freezing arrow. Freezing arrow here is really nice, and I'll show you why. It's really nice when you're fighting Bel's minions. Yeah, these guys, fire arrow works the best. Or immolation arrow, you see that? I'm going back to that now. And it just wastes those guys. So I cast Valkyrie. I probably wouldn't mind putting another couple points into Valkyrie, but instead of doing that, I could just find, re-roll another pair of those, the Harmony Bow and get 6. Valk. I could just even take one that doesn't have bow and crossbow skills on it, just a plain bow. It'd probably be easier to attain. These guys, fire arrow probably would have worked better. Or immolation arrow. So these guys here coming up, you can freeze Day's ass too. So let's freeze Day's ass. See that? You can freeze Day's ass and then blow him away with multi-shot. The damage is just so godly, bruh. And she's going to be doing more in this, you know. I'm going to redistribute stats a little bit, put more into dex, get more damage charms. And probably most importantly, my helm sucks. The charms that I have in it, they're just plain 15 IAS jewels. See? Oh. So if I get 3 15 IAS jewels, each with enhanced damage mod on them, that'd be GG. But what I would like over that would be IAS with max damage. But some do it in the comments. Bruh, thank you for commenting. You comment on a lot of my videos, bruh. You were saying that, or he was saying that the 15 IAS plus max damage jewels don't work in a helm, like they're bugged, like that they only work in a weapon if they have those dual mods. But I don't know if that's the case, you know. I'd hate to trade a bunch of shit for 3 of those jewels and it'd be a complete waste. I'd rather have max damage than multiplied damage, because the thing is, your base damage sucks with bows on. Look at this, your two-handed weapon does 309 max damage. And you have a lot of multipliers, the fanaticism, the might, fortitude. So you have like hundreds of percentage points in terms of enhanced damage, but you really need to have some raw damage to benefit off that. So that's why I want to have those max damage jewels. Like, check this shit out. Here's a 9 max damage charm that adds quite a bit of damage. You know, it adds, I mean, almost 100 damage, right? Not too far from 100 damage right there. So this is how Bell goes down. Really easy. So it's better if he just stays still. Gets annoying if he doesn't stay still. You could put on the immolation arrows for this, the dragon breath, but my Vayman doesn't even need to. See? You could have it on switch. I mean, shit, if you really wanted to be told, you could have Phoenix Bow on switch with immolation arrows. The dragon breath on switch. But then you're not going to have your harmony vigor. You know, or a middle ground would be to have the harmony on switch with dragon breath, and I think you'll be doing more MO damage than you would with Faith. Although, Baza pointed out how Faith gives 120 fire damage. And I never thought of that before, brah, but I assume that adds to Immolation Arrow? Because it doesn't show up on screen that it does, I don't think. Like with the Dragon Breath, it wouldn't either, though. I have the Dragon Breath in stash. And your MO damage is the same, man, but I think it's hidden damage. See, check this out. See, 180 maximum fire damage. And there's her MO damage. It's 4375, right? Okay, fuck that. Don't go off that. Let's go off of right here. What the shit? Okay. 4512 max damage. Then you put these on. And it's 4512 max damage. See? It doesn't show up. I'm assuming it's just hidden, right? But, like, we'll just assume that's the case. I mean, when I was testing it out, it seemed to do a lot more damage. Early on, man, these arrows really help leveling up a boson. They help like a toad. Gotta put those back on. So, but Baza pointed out how, what the fuck, how, I didn't even think about that. these have 120 fire damage, and that probably adds to ammo. And usually when it says plus X damage, doesn't that add to the min and max? Whereas it would even do more damage than these? There's some shit that we just ain't got answers to. I suppose we could test, see how fast it kills Bell and stuff like that, but I don't know, man. I mean, I guess, yeah, Faith with these would be told. If you really want to be told, you could have a Faith on Switch with those. Right? Or, yeah, maybe even better would be a 5-socketed Lysander bow with 5 fire facets. That would be GG. That might even be more GG than... I think it'd be more GG than Phoenix bow, actually. Shit, because you can't get 6, right? So it's 5. So you get 25, negative 25 enemy fire res, and plus 25 fire damage. Whereas Phoenix will give you like negative 28 enemy fire res, but no plus fire damage. So I think ultimately you'd be doing more damage with Lysanders. And Lysanders gives 2 to Amazon skills and 2 to bone crossbow, whereas a Phoenix bow would just give 3 to bone crossbow. So you'd be 1 less skill for immolation arrow. But I don't know, man. None of this shit really matters. Because this chick's told, right? So, like the video if you will. Become a patron if you want. Link in the description below. I'm gonna hit up Red Crow. I don't know if he's talking to me. Yeah, he might be. So, and I'll talk with you guys soon. Oh shit, I don't have my patron thing up. Sorry. But I'll have my patron thing up next video, okay? But thank you to my patrons. Thank you, thank you, thank you. Peace be with you.